Hi guys, thanks for coming back. If you're new here, welcome. I'll be adding the Hardscape today for my 40-gallon aquarium with an Anoxic filter. So just to recap, if you'd like to know why I am trying out this filtration, I covered that in part 1. And in part 2, I talked about the undergravel filter that I selected. I did plan on copying what Dr. Novak did for his 40-gallon setup, but ended up making a few changes since not everything went quite according to plan. And part 3 is all about how to layer substrate to make the Anoxic filter. So that part is done. All that it needs now is decor, fish, and plants are optional. I have a large piece of wood as seen here that I collected last summer on the shore of a river, but I don't think it's going to be quite right. So when my kids had a swim meet in Daytona, I thought that would be a good time to see what other aquarium stores had to offer for Hardscape. Daytona is about an hour drive away from me, and we usually only go there for a swim meet or entertainment. But I had heard about Poseidon's aquarium from word of mouth, so I made a plan to stop by at least one aquarium shop after the swim meet. And from looking at pictures online, Poseidon's aquarium appeared to have the most selection for Hardscape options. They were also on the way home, which made it even better. So Poseidon's aquarium is a smaller aquarium store that is privately owned. For Hardscape options, Poseidon's aquarium did not disappoint. The owner and staff were very kind, helpful, and knowledgeable. The owner said that they had just received a large order of driftwood too, which honestly was a little overwhelming because there was so much of it and it was all in boxes. So I looked around the store first, I admired some fish, and then went to work picking out several pieces of rocks and wood. I arranged the Hardscape on the shop floor and took pictures of the layout that I liked. I put the Hardscape in boxes similar to how I had laid it out, and then I brought everything back home. So here I am back at home, and it's been about a week since I finished setting up the substrate. As you can see, the water is crystal clear. The sand I selected has a larger grain size, and it is meant for marine setups. Some of you might be concerned that this sand is not appropriate for freshwater fish. That's okay, I was too. I figured it's still just sand with some bacteria and buffering properties. Freshwater fish do appreciate some calcium too, especially life bearers, and they also need a stable pH. If you are concerned, then just check back to see how it is working out for me. Alright, enough talk, let's get into the video. I'm going to lower the water and add the Hardscape. it bunched over here. I need your guys' opinion. Do we like this facing the dark side or the contrasting light side forward? Help me decide. This is Mapani driftwood. I didn't rinse it. I rinsed the rocks. Some of those debris still came off. That's okay. And I have a dog, so there's always dog hair floating around and cat hair. I did pick up 6 pieces of dragonstone, and I got a mixture of sizes. So here's the side-by-side comparison. The hardscape that I used in this aquarium was collected locally, and I believe it is just a man-made stone that they use along the river to keep it from eroding and to build up the riverbanks. So I have 3 pieces in here. I was thinking about putting one over here. I planted some crypt undulata and it completely melted back within a day. Just kind of unhappy right now because, you know, I spent $11 and it completely dissolved. So it could have been my mistake, or it could just have been a really sensitive plant. So this one is mostly plants from my local fish store. Now I got pool filter sand from my local pool supply store. And then in contrast, I did get this aragonite sand from PetSmart. I ordered it online and I bought 3 20-pound bags of that sand. It does have a mixture of like medium coarse size sand bits with smaller bits. And all the smaller bits have now gone down and actually went underneath. So I kind of didn't do this as good as I could have. So I should have used landscape liner or something underneath the sand. It's not perfect, but I think it'll work and do the job it's supposed to do. So yeah, so there it is. Let me know what fish you think I should add in here. I do really enjoy the black skirt tetras that are in this setup, and I think it would be nice to have a white version of that in this tank. But let me know what you think I should get for this aquarium. So that is the completed look. I'm very happy with the hardscape, and it came together much easier than I even expected it to. Here is a view from the side that I see passing by our kitchen nook or dining room. I'm really happy with how it turned out. The wood will add tannins, and this may become a blackwater aquarium, and I'm okay with that. I can always do water changes to remove the tannins. Originally I thought a large piece of wood would complete the look, but in the end these smaller pieces seem like they always belong together, and I like it so much I may not even add plants. And then in the original setup with dirt and sand, I always thought that the right side was not complete, so I did add another rock to complement the left side. The sword plants are the dominant focal point in here. That was not intentional, that's just how it came to be. All I did was try to add plants until I found some that did well. It's still a work in progress, just like with any planted aquarium. So I hope you liked this series of videos on setting up an aquarium with Anoxic Filtration. Come back soon to see what fish and or plants I end up adding if that's something that interests you. I really love this community and sharing my aquariums with you. Thanks for all your support, comments, and likes, and happy fish keeping.